I remember, this is no joke, tying line to my wrist with a pre-rigged worm and snorkeling and throwing it with my hand to see how far a bass would come to me. That's back when I had a little more time on my hands to learn things like that. Yeah, it's show dirt time. It is show dirt about that right there. Something that is probably more near and dear to my heart than anything we do on a Zona show, a Zona live, blah, 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 and that's dock skipping. So this is like a perfect dock. See a giant platform, you've got boat lifts, but to me, the meat shot is gonna be right there. And if you don't practice, you will get cold. God dang it. Trust me, if I don't do it for a month, I will get cold. You know, when I started fishing docks, we didn't own a boat. On the other side of this lake, I remember one certain day, I walked up to my dad and my dad was painting the garage and I want to go fishing, I want to go fishing. When you're a little kid, you think all of the fish are in the middle of the lake. And I remember him looking at me and he tied on a little plow jockey, and a little plow jockey, there's probably some of you laughing if you want to date yourself, but a plow jockey is one of those old 3-hooked, pre-rigged plastic worms, right? He walked me out to our dock and he threw that worm next to a pontoon boat, and a little 10-inch bass came and ate that worm, and in my mind I'm like, what just happened right there? And I looked up and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. There's 3,000 of those pontoon boats to throw next to. If you are right-handed, go in a clockwise manner around your lake, okay? If I'm gonna go hit these boats in front of me, I'm right-handed, I'm gonna go that way. If I'm left-handed, go counterclockwise, so you're always skipping correctly and you're not having to backhand. Don't get me wrong, once you get very efficient and proficient with skipping boat docks, you can do either. You can backhand, you know, spinning rod, bait cast rod. One of the other major things whenever you're dock skipping, anytime you're dock skipping, is to have your rod in the ready right when you get your jig under there. Like right there, that jig just sank. A lot of times, those fish will catch that bait the second it hits the water, to where when you get your rod under there, don't have your rod all the way back here or all down here. You want that rod at right about 9 or 10 o'clock to hit him right when that jig drops. Biggin. I remember taping with Jacob Powroznik several years ago.
Get in.
I think we were on Cayuga. Jacob's a dead eye with a jig. You know, when you're skipping with a spinning rod, you're gonna get a lot of bites. But when you hit them with a jig skipping, you kind of own them.
Old dilapidated.
What happens is, it's almost a reaction. You slide that jig where he's waiting under there. He's in a slanch cave, and it falls quick. Pop, pop. His only defense is to kill that. To me, that's a natural reaction. A half-ounce jig sliding up under a dock. That structure jig skips better than any jig I have ever thrown in my entire life. Standard Rage Craw trailer, and the great thing is, when you put that on 20-pound ABRAZX and you crack the whip, you pretty much own him. One of the easiest things to skip is just a standard stick worm. This is an 8-inch bull worm, a shimmy stick, an ocho. The great thing about that, it's a bite getter on a spinning rod, okay? There's nothing more magical than to look under a dock or look under a boat and see a bass before you catch it. To know you're staring down the barrel of one and there's potential he doesn't know you're there. There he is. My gosh, it's a smallmouth. Look at that. All right, that's a little bonus. Wow. Another thing is, for quality bites, is a sexy frog. I'll throw that on 50 to 65 pound SEAGUAR Smackdown Stealth Gray braid. You know, a couple tips that I could really give you. Don't try to overthrow your baits. It's a simple roll. It's just like you're skipping a stone across the water. You don't wind up your arm, you know, like Nolan Ryan and throw a 90-mile heater. It's just a fluid motion of just making a circle with your rod. Stay a little bit of a safe distance away from that boat or away from that dock to where you can stop it in case it's not heading in the area you want it to head. Approach it at an angle where you know where you're gonna make that throw. The closer you get, the harder it is to stop the trajectory of that lure. Like some of these docks right here are some of my favorite docks on this lake. Don't come up to the boat or the dock like a bull in a china shop. Take a deep breath before you get to it, right? You know he's sitting there. He's sitting right there waiting for you. Take a deep breath, come up to it, take another deep breath,
Nice one.
let it glide. And this is critical. If you're gonna leave this show dirt with something, this to me is the most critical. I'll make 2 to 3 casts per dock and I'm gone. I am gone. To me, fishing boat docks is a law of average, okay? If I'm in one of those 3-hour tournaments that I used to fish from 16 to 30 years old, I want to fish at the end of a night. I want to have fished more boat docks than anybody in that event. Okay? If I'm gonna tape a Zona show and I'm gonna start boat docking at 7 in the morning and go to 3 o'clock, I wanna knock down 2,000 to 3,000 boat docks, okay? To me, a boat dock is a strike zone, okay? I'm gonna put it, my first cast is gonna be in the heart of the dock. Generally, that's where your bite's gonna come. I'll make another cast or 2 if I catch one, and then I'm on to the next one. Chunkers. If you swing at a baseball as hard as you can 1,000 times, dang it, one's gonna go over the fence. You might strike out 999 times, but one's gonna go over the fence. It's the same thing with a boat dock, and guaranteed by the end of the day, if you looked at all that footage, if you looked at a couple of these docks that I skipped, just showing how to roll it, make that roll cast, by the end of the day, law of average, you're going to catch 5 big ones.
How about a Cayuga? Nice one. Hey, do you like ranch, Thousand Island, or blue cheese with your salad?
That is so awesome. That is so awesome. Hey, if you like this, hit like and subscribe. Hit that little bing bong notification bell, or we'll hit you back like that. You know what I mean? DM, direct messages, stuff like that. Comments from the friends. If you have a show dirt you want us to do, leave your name, ask a question, we'll put it on the list. Show dirt.